Awesome. Welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name is Jana and I'll be hosting this event tonight. We're super excited. We've got Jill who's launching her business, so she'll be on pretty shortly, sharing her little journey. But that's pretty much what we do. We love this opportunity that we've fallen into and that we've found, and we love getting on to events like this and sharing it with people. For me, I came across this business 16 months ago. I was working full-time. I'd actually just changed over from one public service job to another one, and it was just after maternity leave of my second baby. And just didn't like my job for the first time in my life. I was trading time for money. I was missing out on so much with my children. I was exhausted. I was run down, and this just came along at such a perfect time. For a lot of people, it's for different reasons. The amazing program and product is it is what it is. It's amazing, and some people just want it a bit cheaper, and some people want a travel fund. It's different for everybody, but we love getting on and sharing about it. So thank you for hopping on tonight. So some of you might be on to support Jill, and some of you may be on from other reasons, but we love getting on and sharing about it. So I'm going to start off with the program, talk about that a little bit, into the product. Then we're going to hear a little bit about business, hear from Jill, talk a little bit more about business, hear from some people about their journey, and that's about it, really. So our program, we're really fortunate enough that we come under an amazing team that have created a program that sits really nicely and works around our products. So for every customer that comes along to us in our lives, gets to be a part of what we call the Juicy Body Transformation. All right, it's a program that meets you where you're at. It's deprivation free. It's all those yummy recipes that you're normally wanting and craving, but it's the healthy version of it. It's been built together by a team, but headed by the amazing Kira Westwick. She's a nutritionist and she's a mother of two gorgeous girls, and she's helped build this around families. So it's about bringing the rainbow back into each and every family and every household, teaching us, how to flood our bodies again with, whole foods, and building that craveability. So once anybody's a customer, they get added to our private client group or customer page, where they get to join everybody else that's on the same sort of journey to support each other. And that's where all our ebooks are. We've got 6 ebooks in this program so far, and it's constantly growing and building. And we just love to share it. Honestly, we can get them printed as well. So the Juicy Body Transformation, this is our first edition that we came out with, and it's including a detox and a cleanse. All the recipes are super fun and super easy to do, so you can get the kids in the kitchen with you. All the ingredients are easy to find, and it's just one small change here and there, and you slowly are building a really great fundaments for the children, and setting them up strong as well. So this program was built around Juice Plus. Okay, so Juice Plus is our product that we choose and align with, and the company itself has been around for over 47 years, okay? So they've tried a few other things and dabbled in a few things. And then the idea coming up with Juice Plus was literally for somebody's father that was fighting cancer, just to get all the good stuff into him while he was battling a horrible illness and trying to keep away all those bugs. So literally Juice Plus is designed to bridge the gap in your diet, okay? It's not designed to replace a healthy diet. It's there to bridge the gap in a diet or increase in an already good diet. So our hero product being our capsules in our fruits, vegetables and berries is what we call our micronutrition, or the oil in the engine, okay? So when we take these on a daily basis, we're looking at an extra variety of 27 fruits, vegetables and berries into our body every day, which is huge. Government states we should be having 3 to 5, but science is suggesting we need to be having more like 9 to 11, okay? And I have, 2 children, a husband that has his own business. It's hectic busy. It's so much busier than what it was when I was working full time, to be honest. But to try and get 9 to 11 serves of fruits and vegetables into my children every day and into myself can sometimes be really hard unless I'm doing a lot of juicing. So adding Juice Plus to our diet has been a huge thing for us, especially I wanted the product for my husband. He only eats meat and potato. We're chalk and cheese in how we eat. I love whole foods, and I just I'm happy to sit around and eat my celery sticks and my carrot sticks. But the idea of that to my husband, he'd be sick. So I wanted to bridge the gap in his diet. I was worried about inflammation for him as he got older, and that's how it came into our lives. So what we love about it is that it is 100% whole foods. It all comes from the ground. We do obviously still eat our fruits and vegetables, as do you. But when we purchase them from the supermarket, we're getting them 1 to 2 weeks after they've been picked, okay? And they've been picked well before their prime ripening as well. So they're not at their prime nutritional value. And then they get sprayed and they have different waxes on them to keep them that lush colour and that lush shape. And then we're purchasing them from our supermarket that week or two later. And then if they're vegetables, we're also cooking them. So we're losing all those nutrients while they're growing, before they're even picked, in the transport, and then also in our cooking. Juice Plus's produce that goes into our capsules is literally grown for the product, okay? So it's grown in, clean soil. It stays on the vine until it's at prime ripening. There's no sprays or chemicals on the produce. As soon they stay on there until they're at their full cellular level. All right, they all need to stay on it for certain times to be at that cellular level. But then they're picked at their prime ripening. They're taken into our factories, which are with our farms. All right, so they don't have a huge transport delivery that they need to get onto or anything like that. They're just taken straight into our farms, from our farms into our factories. They are washed and cleaned, where then they are pulped and juiced, all right? All that liquid's removed, all right? And coincidentally, the sugar, okay? So that comes out as well. And then it's slowly heated in a process that turns it into the powder form, keeping all the live enzymes intact, micronutrition and phytonutrients. And phytonutrients I like to talk about. I mean, I'm not a science guru, but I remember seeing the 20 phytonutrients that were listed on the back of my multivitamin that I used to take. And one of the ingredients in the fruit capsule is an apple. An apple has over 10,000 phytonutrients. We can't list it on the product, on the label, because there's way too many to list. That's 10,000 that they know of, and they know what they do. So that just blows my mind. That's what we love about the product as well. You can read the label. So for instance, with the fruit blend, you've got apple, pineapple, peach, prune, orange, cranberry, papaya, beet, cherry and date. Okay, there's no way I can get that variety into my diet every day. I do, strawberries, grapes, a few other things that aren't on here in the day. So it's great to be adding those together. But those specific ingredients are in that blend because they work better together than they do individually. They work in synergy together, creating a stronger, whether it be a fibre or iron or whatever it is. But when they work together, they join up and they just work so much better. So it's not because that's what's grown in that area and they just threw it in there. It's because that they, between all their studies and their research, they work better together in synergy. The other thing that we like about the label is there's no warning label on there, okay, because it is just fruits and vegetables. It's safe if you're pregnant. It's safe if you're breastfeeding. It's safe if you're old, older age, younger age. If you can swallow it, it's pretty much safe for you, unless you've got you can't have the pineapple, fructose tolerant, or that's just about it, really. And that's how simple it is. It's such a simple thing, and it can and it's one little change in your day, and having those nutrients or this product at such a cellular level, like attracts like. Okay, the more you flood your body with such a product or such produce every day, what are you going to crave? You're going to crave more of that healthy stuff. You're going to be looking for more celery and carrot and capsicum. If you're eating lots of chips, salty chips and chocolate, what are you going to crave? Crap. You're just going to, eat crap. You're going to crave crap. That's literally how it works. So we're seeing huge results, obviously, in that. And obviously, we all absorb things differently. So, when we swallow these, after we purchase them, we're obviously swallowing them, within 3 to 7 minutes, our bodies are absorbing them and going where they need. And I say this because when you take your multivitamins or your supplements, they're full of so many synthetic and artificial ingredients. your body doesn't recognize them. So what we end up doing is excreting half the ingredients, and you will notice this in your wee. It's like a fluorescent disco wee, and you think you're dehydrated and you just keep drinking more and more water. That's a good thing. Don't take me wrong. Water's great for you, but our capsules are just fruits and vegetables, okay? Your body recognizes them, understands it, and knows what to do with it. It will just go straight into your system within that 7 minutes. It'll go straight to your kidney, your liver, cardiovascular, skin, hair. So you've got the antioxidants in all those berries in the berry capsules. So that's skin, hair, nails, all those wonderful things us females always want to be looking good. And you're getting them every single day, which is amazing. And honestly, you know, you have a little bit of a detox. Our body naturally does it all the time. So as you're slowly excreting all that bad stuff that you might have been eating, you know, 90 days ago, and now you're flooding your body with this, you're going to notice some big changes. Some you'll, you know, see early in the day, some you'll see later on. But that's our hero product. We love it. We love to talk about it because that's our micronutrition. The oil in the engine keeps everything ticking over beautifully, and it's had over 36 peer-reviewed scientific studies done on it. Yes, we help fund those studies, but to get that gold label on there to say that they're peer-reviewed, you can't pay money to have that happen. And I have seen it since learning about these peer-reviewed scientific journals. I have seen them on a few different products in the chemist and in the supermarket now, but not 36 for one thing. There is nothing else on the market like Juice Plus, and that's why we're so excited about sharing it all the time. And we're a part of one of those health studies currently here in Australia, Juice Plus being the company with a heart, that we get to sponsor a child for free between the ages of 4 and 18 when one of us does the capsules. Okay, so you literally can get buy one, get one free. So what the kids can get, if they can swallow, they can have the capsules, the fruit and vegetables, or they can have it in the chew form. All right, so it's basically the fruit powder and the vegetable powder joined up with an all-natural tapioca. All right, so it's just a nice little chew that the kids get to eat, but it's all natural again. So all whole foods, no synthetic sugars or artificial ingredients in there, and that gives them an extra variety of 17 fruits and vegetables. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. That is not going to happen every day on its own without Juice Plus. I love that bridges such a massive gap in there, you know. One day the kids will be happy to have their broccoli or whatever on their plate. The next night they'll be throwing it over their shoulder. One day they'll ask for a tomato and cheese sandwich. The next day they'll be like, Mum, I don't eat tomatoes. But that's what kids are like. So I love that Juice Plus can bridge that gap in their diet, especially being winter. It's such a good time to, you know, ensure that they're getting this sort of rainbow into their little bodies and fighting off all those bugs and keeping cold and flu away. For me, it was respiratory. Both my little boys suffered from croup, and it was a constant cycle. You know, every 2 weeks we'd be back to the hospital, back to the doctors, back on the steroid medication, preventative pump and asthma pump. I'd get him better. I'd return to work. He'd catch the next cold. It'd turn into it again. It was a vicious cycle, meant lots of sleepless nights, a lot of sick days at work, and lots of scary times with me holding my child upright, trying to help him breathe while I waited for an ambulance. 4 months into taking this product, my children have not had any sign of asthma or croup or anything. So, I mean, that's their individual results, and it might not be the same for everyone because inflammation is different for everybody. For some people, it comes up in psoriasis and eczema. For some people, it's, you know, IBS and PCOS, depression, lots of things that this can amazingly help, and it's all just by getting those nutrients into your body. Our only other product is our macronutrition, so that's like the fuel in the engine. All right, again, all whole foods, but these are yummy, our yummy complete protein powders, also full of the, you know, good fats, complex carbohydrates and fiber, all plant-based. There's over 30 plant-based in there, plant-based ingredients in there. And such a huge variety with this mushroom powder, pumpkin powder, millet, quinoa, the natural sugars from sugarcane and spirulina. And then we're also looking at alfalfa sprouts, broccoli sprouts, chickpea, all these amazing things, again, that you're getting into your body. I like to have these for breakfast or as my post-workout. I'm still in my PT gear from 9:30 this morning, but I did have my smoothie afterwards. I didn't get to have my shower, but I got to have my smoothie. So if me and my 2-year-old share this, he is literally getting a variety of about 40 fruits and vegetables into his body, or plant-based ingredients, without even attempting to get his 3 meals into him. And that's huge, especially for us mamas. Like, that's just a huge relief for me, knowing that he's getting that. Obviously, you're covering vitamin B, A, C, D, and all those sort of things in this product. But what I love about these powders is it's got a complex vitamin B in it called niacin. Niacin's an amazing mood balancer that helps with anxiety and depression. So between the extra energy you get from your capsules and the better sleep and all those other good things that come along with it, these also help with that. So seeing massive results with people being able to cut back their medication, whether it to be with depression or to be with something else. And that's so rewarding on its own. So that's literally our products in a nutshell and our program. I've got a couple of girls on here tonight that are going to share their product stories. So Case, are you still there? I've got your video turned off, so hopefully you're good. Oh, you are. There we go. Case, can you do your product story? I love your product story, you know I do, but can you tell everybody where you were before Juice Plus, what results you've had so far, and why you love sharing the product so much?
Hi, sure. I didn't know I was going to be talking. I could have done my hair maybe.
Love
it. So where I was before Juice Plus, so I've got a few medical problems. The biggest one being that I have severe psoriatic spondyloarthritis. So that basically means psoriasis and arthritis together. It's horrible. It's horrendous. I was covered from head to toe in psoriasis, which is, I guess, for people who don't know, it's like an eczema, it's a skin problem. And then I was crippled. I was, hospitalized. I couldn't wash myself properly because I had arthritis from the base of my spine all the way up until here in my hips and in the front of my chest. So medically, that was a massive, massive problem for me. But I was also really, really tired. I was just tired all the time, and I wasn't getting enough nutrients. And the reason I wasn't getting enough nutrients is because I was working in Papua New Guinea, and I had no control over my diet. So in Australia, I ate quite clean and quite healthy, but in Papua New Guinea, I had no control. So a couple of my girlfriends were posting about Juice Plus and how amazing this product was and how much energy they had and how much it's changed their lives and the lives of their families. And I thought, well, I almost swore then, well, darn. I'm 30 years old, I think I was, or 31, I'm not sure. And I had nowhere near as much energy. I have no children. What's wrong with me? Why don't I have this energy? So I started taking the product because I wanted energy. I wanted to feel better, and that was it. I didn't expect it to help with anything else. It immediately helped with my sleep. That was the first thing I personally noticed. A lot of people notice energy, but I noticed my sleep. I hadn't slept properly in 13 years. I suffered from severe, severe insomnia, and I hadn't had a full night's sleep in 13 years. I went to sleep one night at probably around 11 or whenever I normally sleep, and I slept for 8 hours like a dead person. I actually slept. It wasn't this waking up, rolling over, half awake, half asleep, hearing every noise. I slept, and I woke up so rested and so full of energy and so excited. It was amazing. I woke my boyfriend up and I told him, oh my God, I just slept. And he looked at me like I was crazy, because that's what everyone does when they go to sleep. They sleep. But it was massive for me. And so with that came a lot more energy, clearly, because when you sleep, you have more energy, right? So those two things, that was me sold for the rest of my life. I'm going to stay on this product forever. But then a few months later, I noticed that I wasn't in pain. I hadn't taken any Nurofen or any form of painkillers since starting the product. And I was no longer on methotrexate either. Methotrexate is a horrible, disgusting chemo drug that they give to arthritis patients. So I was like, oh, hang on. I'm, moving around. I'm a little bit more mobile. And I went back to see my rheumatologist, and he said, "Oh, thank goodness you're finally back on methotrexate," because every time I saw them, they would give me a prescription. And I just said, no, I'm on Juice Plus. The Juice Plus has cleared my psoriasis. It has cleared my arthritis. I'm free of my joint pain and my inflammation now. You know, I just bought a house, moved house, massive stresses in my life, and normally that brings flare-ups. But during that whole time, I went back to see my rheumatologist again, and he said, "Oh my God, I need to know the name of this product because I just cannot believe it. You know, I've just not seen these results in a patient ever. So what you're doing is incredible." So that's me, my story.
And it's an amazing story. We love hearing it. Cool. I will just, you're welcome. And I guess for me as well, I shared the boys. I wasn't expecting any results because I do eat healthy. But for me, I used to get a lot of acne around my chin and my mouth, and I don't wear makeup anymore. I used to have to wear makeup just to cover that up, sort of thing, and used to drive me nuts, especially hormonal sort of pimples used to come up. So I had a bit of detox, you know, through the process of starting my Juice Plus, and then I haven't had anything since, which just blows my mind. And the other thing that I had that obviously I needed energy and sleep. I had children that weren't sleeping; they had croup, so I was absolutely tired and buggered. But I have a bulge disc at my L5, which causes a sciatic nerve all down my left side. So from my lower back down to my left side. And about 6 months into taking this product, somebody asked me how I was going because they knew that was an everyday thing for me. It used to make me so tired. I did Pilates, I swam, I did everything I possibly could. And I just said to them, I'm not sure when, but I haven't had any problems with it for quite some time. I hadn't even realised that ache that was bothering me all day long, whether I was sitting, whether I was standing, had gone. And I've played netball, I've boxed, I've played sport all my life. I'm always in the gym. So I had lots of different inflammation in my knees, in different joints. And that was massive that I just don't notice that anymore. So that was huge for me, being that I love my sport. And that's just another, you know, reason to share it too, I guess. Again, different for everybody. I'm just going to touch a little bit on some of the business, and then we're going to hear from the lovely Jill. So I guess when it comes thinking about business, people get a little bit skeptical with how the structure works, and could it be for me? Is it going to work? All those sort of questions come up, and we like to point it out to you, sort of traditional structure, because that's where we've all come from, traditional business of some sort, and we've got these big ones around us, and I like to use one of those. Let's say, for instance, we could use Myer, David Jones, one of those. And with traditional business, it is shaped like a bit of a pyramid structure. Oh, I picked the worst texture ever. And they all have a CEO sort of sitting at the top there somewhere. Okay. And then they have different promotion levels. So they have their board of directors. They might have their area managers. They might have their state managers, then area managers maybe, store managers, internal trainers, and supervisors. And then we have the people that look after us at the registers. Okay. So these guys have all come in, maybe happy just to be a sales clerk for the duration of their work life. But I'm sure a few of them will have expectations of growing and having that successful career and, you know, growing up a few of these levels. One of these might have every intention of maybe getting to this CEO position up the top. But, you know, there's only one position up there. There's only one of those up there. And if this person leaves, the chances of one of these guys down here getting it are slim to none. You'd be looking at about 20 years worth of work maybe. But it's more chances of that coming from externally, from someone else that's already been a CEO of another company, and has had that education behind them, all those years behind them. For these guys wanting to looking at some other promotion levels throughout, they'll be going against their friends and that they already work with. They'll be going against external stores, and they'll probably be going against external people wanting to come in. Just say Sally won this position and she won it over Joan and Tammy or whatever. So they're all cranky with her because she actually won this position. She did all the extra training and and applied like they all did, but she's had to step on her friends to win that position. They're cranky with her because she's won it, and now she's feeling guilty because she did win it. But in this middle section of traditional business, you're normally looking at, some more extra money, but you're trading more time for money. You're more stressed, and you're taking probably some of that work home with you. And I saw this in my public service job. I was in this middle section here, and I was having to have to travel more, so my kids were in childcare longer. I was stressed at work in the roles that I was doing and the responsibilities I had looking after my staff. And then I was taking work home with me and the stress home with me. So my job never stopped when I got home. So that's really sort of how traditional business sort of works. Even if you own your own business, you're going to put in massive hours if you're the owner to keep that clicking by and to maybe even draw a wage. I like to share that because with ours, it's literally the pyramid structure, I guess, but it's on its head. Okay, we all come in on what we call a virtual franchise. We pay a fee of $165 to have this business. That blows me away. I have owned a restaurant, and I spent a fortune on that restaurant, and I had a lot of upkeep to keep it going as well. We pay $165. It gives us a virtual office, which then we put our customers into. Then head office bills them and sends out the product. We're not a door-to-door salesman. We don't have product in our car. We don't have to deliver. We don't have minimum monthly sales. We don't have any of that. Just this beautiful business that we're not a join-up club either. We just link arms with people and help them see what this opportunity can be. We come in at that virtual franchise. Our top position is called National Marketing Director. We too have some levels in between. But the difference is when we join up, we literally link arms with somebody, and we link them all the way up growing, because by helping them, it's helping us grow and vice versa. So there's no jumping on anybody or stepping on anyone to grow in this business. The only way you can grow is by helping each other grow and be successful, share and enjoy the opportunity, and you grow. And the difference between this one and this one is this NMD position is unlimited. Everybody that comes in can grow this business. There's not one person sitting pretty at the top in this business. There's no middle section where there's all the workers slaving away and sort of, taking time away. We get to work when we want, where we want, with who we want, which is really wonderful, especially for us mamas or students or travellers. And we all come in at the same position, whatever tertiary education you've got behind you, or whatever qualification you come in. You could come in as a CEO from another company. Come into Juice Plus and do what we're doing, but you're still going to start as a virtual franchise, which is lovely as well. And what they can bring is awesome. They could show us a few things, I'm sure, as we're growing our business. The other question people have for us is normally, I don't know a lot of people. I don't know if I can share this. I don't know if I can sell this. First of all, we don't want salespeople. We don't sell it. We share it. We love it, so we just share it. It's an amazing product. It's so easy to share. It's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and it's easy. When I came into the business, I didn't know the person that introduced me to it. Her name was Lauren. She was from Queensland. I just reached out to her on a mummies group, and because I was already looking at the product, I said, "What is this?" I asked hundreds of questions. I was super skeptical. I was just in a crappy place with work, and I needed something to change. And it was all about health and wellness and working around your children. So it already ticked a few boxes for me, but she answered all my questions, bless her, because there was a lot. And I said, yes, look, I knew the product. I was going to get it for my husband anyway. Let's do it. I'll get the product a bit cheaper, see what happens. I was really lucky. She showed me how to share it. And I really quickly found a few friends that wanted to try it, friends, family, or whatever. But a couple of them wanted to do what I was doing. One got a bit of FOMO. That was Lindsay. So she joined up. I had Casey come along a little bit later on, a friend, and had been on the product as well. And clearly her story is amazing. She had huge results. I had Catherine, I had Steph come along as well. I just showed these girls what Lauren had shown me. I showed them how, to look after their health, how to share it with a few people. And again, the same thing happened to them. Okay, so Lindsay went off and shared it with Jamie. She showed Jamie what to do. She went off and showed Mel what to do. She's gone off and shared it with a few more people. They've done the same thing. Catherine went and shared it with Michelle. Michelle went and shared it with Adam. Adam went and shared it with Zoe. Okay, Michelle, Adam. All right. And since then, they've all gone off and done more and shared it with more customers, shared it with more team. This is what organic. It's all organic, okay? And this is what we call the popcorn effect. Who did I know at the beginning? Lindsay, Casey, Catherine. Yeah, I've gone and added Steph and a few more teams since then, but they've all gone off and done the same thing too. So all I knew was my few little customers at the start, and a few friends and customers that turned into team, and then they've gone off and done this, gone and done the same. I was never going to meet Zoe, but now she's come through in this wonderful process, and now is a part of our team, which is wonderful. So that's just how easy just to share. It's just like if you're at the football or on a train and somebody asks you what you do. And, well, I work online from home. I help people create an income and look after their health. And then they're sort of, what's that about? And the person behind you hears the conversation and asks you a question about it. You talk about the health part. The person in front of you asks, I'd be interested in losing some weight or feeling better or look better. And that's literally what it's like. They'll go and share it with the rest of the carriage. It's a beautiful business to be in, and the way we do it. And the Australian business plan is just so easy to work and so wonderful. We're at the exciting part of the night now where I get to stop talking and we get to hear from the gorgeous Jill. So I'm going to spotlight you, Jill. I'd love to hear, obviously I know, but where you were when Juice Plus came into your life, what results you're excited about, and why, the business made sense to you and why you want to share it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. I'll take this out. Well, 6 months ago, I pretty much retired from work, and I thought that I would feel a lot better not working. And I thought, no. So I decided to make a conscious decision 3 months ago to start improving my health. So I gave up smoking. And it just so happened it was at the time that Casey friend requested me again. So a month later, she asked me, I said, yep, the smoking and the exercise is doing really well, but I need that extra bit. And I'd already sat in on one of these meetings, so I thought, yep, I gave a bit of food for thought. So I went, that's it, I'm going to do it. And because I'm doing it and my daughter and I are sharing the same sort of journey, she's also decided that she's thought about it for about a month and she's going to do it as well. So the change that she's seen in me, she's definitely for it. As for the business side, because I'm not doing anything and I'm pretty much in the house caring for my husband, this has given me a little bit of an outlook. I get to communicate with people. And the thing I really love about it is Jana and Casey have introduced me to it, and they're so excited, but I'm a bit daunted. And so they're happy to go at my comfortable pace. They're not pushing me. They're letting me get one or two at a time, trying it out, learning as I go. And that's what I really like about it. There's no pressure to suddenly have this goal that you have to achieve within this certain time. So I really, really appreciate that. And I'm having a ball. I really am.
Awesome. We love having you. And that's right. Everyone comes into this business for totally different reasons, and we're excited to have Jill. And like, Casey's all the way up in Queensland, and I got to meet Jill because of Casey, and she's just around the corner from me, so I get to see her more than Casey. Sorry, Casey. But like she said, the community is so amazing. And well done, Jill. That was your first time talking on one of these, and I know it's so nerve-wracking, but so much fun having you a part of the team. But you can come in for whatever reasons you want. That's what we love about this business. Some people just love the product. They want it a bit cheaper. For some other people, it's travel. Other people, like it was for me, the vehicle for them to leave their job and to enjoy life for what it is. So our last bit, and we'll get a couple more shares, maybe one more share in the business, is how we get paid. Okay, everyone sort of always wants to know how we get paid. We get paid 3 ways. And like I said, the Australian plan, business plan is awesome. We love it. We get paid 3 ways. We get paid in retail profit, we get paid in commission, and that's our residual income that slowly grows, the beach money. And we say beach money because literally we could be on the beach and that'll still keep growing. We can still take holidays and our business keeps growing. We still keep getting paid, and it's wonderful. But we like to talk about the bonuses, all right? They're there to help us start strong. They're there to help us give us an idea on what our wage can be later on in the business as it grows. And because this business is predominantly mamas, we do put ourselves last. All right. And we forget that, those little things that we might enjoy, whether it be getting your nails, not me, I bite my nails, but hair done, or the gym, or do a little bit of shopping. That's where these come in. And we try to make sure that all us females make sure we spend a bit of that bonus on ourselves, because when we love on ourselves, we're such a better parent or a wife or a partner because we've done that. So like I said earlier, we come in as a virtual franchise. We're not there very long, and most of our team actually start off as DVF. So like Jill was saying, we're not going to put any pressure on her. We're going to wait for her to find, 2, 3, 4 customers. Then we'll get her started properly, and she'll be smash out DVF, and we'll then be helping her as she's ready, whenever she's ready, look at the next one, which is Senior Direct Virtual Franchise. That's the first big bonus in our business. That means you've introduced it to one person, you've had a few customers, but you get a bonus of $400. All right, and because it's a teach-to-teach business, the teacher gets that too. But I want you to keep in mind that it's not one hungry, not hungry. There isn't just one teacher gaining all these teacher bonuses. You too, you've already added one person to your team. You're now a teacher. So you want to help them grow their business and get up to these promotions as well. So you too will be gaining the teacher bonuses. You keep growing, you share the opportunity with a few more people. Like I said, it could be for any reason why they come along. And you get to sales coordinator. By then you've got a few in your team. And they're all starting to introduce a few people too. So your time is getting spent differently. Like when we first come in, it's all about trying to help people see and get used to this amazing product that we've got an opportunity to share and use. Here it's about helping the people that you've already introduced to the business be better teachers, more or less. And that's a $600 bonus for you and a $600 bonus for your teacher. Okay. And then by then you are working on Senior Sales Coordinator, and you've got a few team happening under you, but what you're really starting to build now is leaders below you. And that's a $1,200 bonus for you and a $1,200 bonus for your teacher. And this amazing mama has already jumped on two chats with me this evening, an event, and now this, and she's doing it all with a newborn, either in her lap or just behind her. So I'm just going to get Lindsay to share where she was when Juice Plus came into her life, what exciting things have happened so far in the business, and what she's excited about in the future. Take it away, lovely.
So the screen is a little high because I'm actually feeding at the moment. That's just getting the head. So yes, Juice Plus came into my world, I guess, February last year, from Jana. Jana introduced it to me, and to be honest, I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for a health product. I wasn't looking for a business. Jana was just simply talking about how great she felt, and I suffer badly from FOMO, so I wanted to get amongst it, and I wasn't really fussed what it was. I just knew she felt good and needed it. So I jumped onto the product pretty quickly. It was literally only about 5 days later that I got into business, and that was simply because she told me I could get it cheaper and I could get money back on it. And I thought, oh, why would I not want that money in my pocket instead of Jana's pocket? I mean, I love you, but I'd rather have the money. So I jumped into that. That was February last year, and I was on maternity leave with my second child, and my first child was 14. I was in the Navy. I'm technically still in the Navy, and with him growing up, I've been in almost 12 years now. I've missed a lot of him growing up, being away on deployments or posted interstate or whatnot. And what I started to realise is I was about to do the same thing with my daughter, who's just turned 2 the other week, and so I sort of realised what this vehicle could be, and so I decided to really give it a go and actually not just get my product cheaper, but actually give the business a go. I went back to work last year in June, and we were lucky enough to fall pregnant again in August. And then this year, after building up my business, and my phone just turned on, thought I was talking to Siri, and I don't know what it thought it was going to search, but who knows. anyway, this year, when I went on maternity leave in April, just before Easter, what was really exciting is knowing that although I've had an amazing career in the Navy and I've had some awesome experiences and met my awesome husband back there in his brown flannelette shirt that he swears by, it's time for a new chapter for me. And this is that new chapter for me. I get to still plug into an adult world, still be challenged mentally, and also contribute to the household. But what I really get to do is fulfill my highest value, and that's being a present mum, which I wasn't able to do for my first boy. For my first child, I should say, I've only got one boy, 2 girls, but I'm able to do that now for my 2 girls, and that's just so exciting to know that I'm not going to miss out on watching them grow up. And yeah, I love that. But what's really, really cool, and I had no idea that I was going to be excited by it, I was really just didn't get a grasp that was going to be an opportunity for me, is I now get to help other people do that as well. And I've got an amazing team of mamas, and for some strange reason, I've just attracted mums that want the best of both worlds like I did. And together we're all working together to fulfill those values, and live that dream, I guess, of being able to have the best of both worlds. And that's so rewarding to be able to watch them fulfill those wants and needs as well. So yeah, thanks for letting me share, Jana. I appreciate that.
Hi, you're welcome. Thank you for jumping on.
No worries.
I'll switch that back over. Excuse me. So that sort of just leaves 2 positions sort of left, and QNMD. By then, again, a bit of a shuffle in how you're spending your time and how you're growing your business. But it's a $1,500 bonus for you there, and a $1,500 for your for the teacher. And this is where I sort of am at the moment. I'm growing on QNMD. And, I shared a little bit at the start about my journey, but, when I found this, I wasn't necessarily going to be my vehicle to leave. It was going to be my vehicle to reduce my hours, cover my product. But a few months in, I was able to reduce my hours. Then I was hooked. I'm like, this is my vehicle. This is going to be my number one job. 10 months in, I was able to leave my job. I've been a stay-at-home mama now since January, and it was such perfect timing because my 4-year-old, well, he wasn't 4 then, but he started kinder. So I could do the kinder drop-offs and pickups in my job. Even going part-time, I still couldn't manage those hours. So I get to have a date day with him. I get to spend time with my 2-year-old. I get to do kinder duty. I get to do kinder drop-offs and pickups. I get to focus on me a little bit, which I hadn't been doing for a long time. I'm getting to do so many different things. My end goal is cover my wage fully, start working on my hubbies, and I want to get our family into a caravan and head off next year. That's what I want to do. I can do this job from anywhere. I just need Wi-Fi and my phone or my laptop, and I can plug in every now and again. I can go and meet my whole team that are all around Australia and just enjoy life for what it is. So that's QNMD, top position NMD, $3,000 bonus only for you. By then you're on about 80 to 120,000 a year. Okay. And that's huge. And that's just your starting pay. It just keeps growing from there. Every month I've been in this business since starting, I've had my residual income has increased, which is huge. And I've had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 promotions. And I told you, when I was in the defence, or maybe I didn't, maybe that was the last event, I was on higher duties for 4 years. So I actually only owned the same role that I'd been in there all 11 years for. I hadn't not applied for these other positions. I hadn't upskilled. I'd done all that. I'd been training all the time. There's no reason why I couldn't have been promoted, but I had to leave the agency, go to another one to win that promotion, which was horrible because I did actually love the defence. It was great. But in this company, I've had 5, and I've met some wonderful people. The community is beyond crazy, and we love helping more people. Love meeting people like Jill, and helping them find another way, whether it be with their health or the opportunity. So I just want to thank everybody that jumped on tonight, everybody that shared, for the guests that jumped on for Jill. Please, if we didn't answer all your questions, please reach out to her and ask her. We'll help her answer them. And hopefully we'll see you all again soon. So thank you and good night.